I can't imagine doing any other work than being here at Equine Advocates.
There's no words to describe what it's like to be here. I can't imagine waking up anyplace else.
These horses get to know that they're safe and they change, and that's one of the most gratifying parts about doing this work. Hey ladies. My name is Susan Wagner and I am the president and founder of Equine Advocates. Equine Advocates is a national nonprofit equine protection organization based in Chatham, New York. I founded Equine Advocates because of an incident that occurred in 1993. I had spent some time working in the horse industry but was not aware that horses were being slaughtered. And I was so appalled and upset by it that I decided I wanted to do something about it.
The mission of the organization is to rescue and protect all equines, horses, ponies, donkeys, and mules, as well as wild horses.
The horses that we get have been thrown away, have ended up in kill pens, and they are the most amazing horses. Our vision was to set this up like a little horse village so that everybody could see each other and talk to each other. You can see the way horses can communicate with each other, and we did that intentionally.
These wonderful horses get to live in the most excellent conditions, including King right here, who is not satisfied with the first treat I gave him.
Currently, we have 75 rescued horses and 5 retired U.S. Army caisson horses. A caisson horse is a horse that is a member of the unit of the U.S. Army called the caisson platoon, and their job is to escort the caskets of fallen military members who have passed away and taken to their final resting places at Arlington National Cemetery. These 2 former caisson horses who are now retired here, Randy and King, were turned out together. That's my understanding, but they weren't actually in the same squad. Tyler served for 9 years with the caisson platoon, and he always had a rider on his back as opposed to pulling the caisson. Sergeant York is our most famous horse. He was a caisson horse for 25 years, who was the riderless horse at the funeral for former President Ronald Reagan. He has no teeth, so we can't have carrots, so he loves his glazed donuts. Having caisson horses here is a tremendous honor because these horses are veterans, and it is our own special way of thanking them for their service to the country.
Jake is a standard donkey. He was born in 2009, and he came to the sanctuary in 2018.
Jake spent his first 9 years of life locked away in a stall.
In a private airplane hangar on somebody's property that had acres of mowed green grass that he never took him out on.
When I saw the photos of him locked, barricaded in a stall with frozen manure in water buckets and him having absolutely no contact, it was so upsetting. I knew that this was going to be a challenge, but this is the place to handle it.
When Jake came here, he really had no idea how to be with people or other animals.
He would pick a fight with all of them, and that's because he had no social skills. He probably was weaned early from his mother and didn't know how to be with other equines. But then something kind of special happened, and this is nothing short of a miracle.
Emma is also a standard donkey, and she was rescued by Gerda's Equine Rescue.
Emma would see Jake. She'd walk down to the bottom of her field, and he'd be at the top of his, and they would communicate.
So we thought, Emma and Jake, wouldn't that be a good match? He's aggressive, she's aggressive, and they'll just kind of work it out. And they did.
It seemed like they were friends. It was a miracle. It was almost like a fairy tale, and they've been together ever since. We heard about Oniki a year ago. She had been captured by the Bureau of Land Management in a brutal roundup in Utah a couple of years ago. We have wild horses here, but we never had a wild horse who was over 2 years old. The fact that she was 16 years old was a daunting task for us. And of course, we wanted to save her. But then again, we had to be able to work with a horse who is traumatized, frightened, and we just needed help.
Nice. We can handle that walk. Well done.
My heart goes out to her because she doesn't belong here, but she's here. We're doing what we can so that she's no longer afraid. What we did with her today doesn't look like a lot, but it is when you think about the fact that it was difficult just to teach her how to accept a halter.
She's actually enjoying human contact now, which is huge for a wild Mustang.
I don't think it's going to be that long before we'll be able to turn her out with other horses here on the property, and that's going to be a great day.
The sanctuary opened in 2004, and ever since that day we've been looking at 34 acres next door and dreaming about the expansion.
Lo and behold, the property next door did go up on the market, and I never thought that we would be able to get it, but we did. This is going to be an amazing development for us because it will give us the opportunity to help more horses, but we also need to build an indoor arena. We really, really need it. And it will also give us the opportunity to run programs that we can bring indoors in the wintertime. It's the most amazing, exciting thing that's happened to us in a very long time.
We rely totally on public donations. Your support makes it possible for us to do the work that we're doing right now and into the future.
If you come here, you can't help but fall in love with one or more of these horses and understand why saving them from a terrible fate has been a wonderful experience for them and for me.
We have 80 beating hearts out there, so we need to always be raising money to make sure that this goes on forever.
Without your support, we would not have been able to get to this point. But because of your support, we're now being able to grow. And we'd like to continue your support so that we continue to fulfill the mission of this organization, which is to end horse slaughter, rescue horses, and educate people about the special needs of horses and the joy that they bring to us all.